Hello guys, welcome to How to Admin. I'm Agent and I'm going to show you guys how to use the admin system. So if you're moderators, you're probably going to have access. If you look at the top bar, you'll have access to this button right here. And most likely, depending on how long you've been here, you probably have no idea what this thing does. So I'm going to walk you through how to use the admin system so you can moderate players in Prophecy of Sorrow or Bendy Roleplay. So starting off, we have the player tab. Now this is going to be, this is pretty important because it lets you request data on people. So I'll do it to myself, for example. And if you search yourself up, you'll get, general data like your display name, your username, user ID, your rank, and then a bunch of other join date. If they were punished at any point, it'll show. I'll pick someone who actually has been punished to demonstrate that. And then if they're in the server, they'll get all this extra data here that shows them like where they are and where they are in the map. So you see if I walk around, my position will update. It updates every second, and it has how long I've been here. I've been sitting AFK for 11 minutes. OBS wasn't working. So I'll pick, for example, Arbok. See, if you click on anyone in the little player list here, anyone who's in the server will show up in the player lists. And this will update, obviously. So you can click on them and they'll basically fill in here. But this is the thing. This is where the magic happens. It's this selected player box. So if there's someone you want to look up who's not in the game, you just type your username. Type their username. Capitalization doesn't matter. You can type however. So I'll type in Arbok here. It has to be their username though, not display name, not user ID, or else it won't work. Let's look at Arbok. Now, as you can see, I hate Arbok, so I banned him 3 times and kicked him twice. And then we warned them a couple times. So it will show it will show the display, all the info, the rank, which corresponds to a color. It will show their punishment, how long ago they were punished, what the last punishment was. I banned them yesterday. And then he's not on the server, so none of this shows up. So these down here, this gives the punishment history. And basically, if I open this up, you can see that I banned him because there was no Half-Life 3 in the Game Awards. But it'll show the general information, who the admin who banned them was, and that'll get shown here under the card as well, just as like a very brief, very light, just gives a little overview. But if you click on this, it'll give you the overview of all the information. So it'll show you who they are, what their rank is, a little icon of them. Look at it's me. The reason they were banned, which longer reasons. We'll get into that in a second. Actually, you can drag to select these, which is helpful, and then it'll show how long, when they're banned, how long that is, as a duration, because some people can't count. Some people can't deduce that. Oh, December 12th to December 19th is 7 days. That's 1 week. So I have it here for all my math haters out there. And then this isn't appealable because I don't like giving people chances. So yeah, you can go through the other information. Now here, you can see that this message is long. If you click here, it will show it all. So basically, there's a text limit for reasons and additional information, and basically that reason limit, if I had it so that it displayed all the time, then it would look really gross when you opened a ban, because then the text would just span forever if it's a long, if someone wrote a lot. So you can click it. By default, it will show less. If you click here, it'll show more. As you can see, Arbok appealed with I, or maybe that was me. I'm not sure. But you can also select that, but that'll show all that information. Here, this one was appealable, so there's an appeal which he submitted, and it has the same thing here. And if you click on all the information, it's got all the stuff. If it has a location, if it's a kick or a server ban, it will show the location, so it'll show the place, and then it'll give you the server ID that this took place in. And this is important. I don't remember why, but you see it has all the information. 5 triple pickle. Warns don't really have any information. Oh, Deja did one. Jesus Christ. Oh God, no. But you can see that. Yeah, it'll show all the information. Next, there is the staff information section. Basically, let's say someone is there and they're being really annoying, but we don't want to ban them, or they don't do anything warranting of a punishment, but they're kind of being an asshole ish, but just enough. Whatever it is, basically, I added the ability you can write information on people. You get 1,000 characters to yourself to write on an individual. So I wrote the Arbok as Arbok. I can go through and I can update this. And if you write it down to 0, it's gone. Poof, it's gone. If I want to, though, I can write a note on Arbok, and I can say, this guy is really mean, and he called my mom stupid. And you can post it, and now this note is here. And anyone can see this note. It's on Arbok specifically. If I go look up a different person, like, let's go look up Shasta Bomb. I don't actually know if I put a note on him or not. No, he has no notes. So the notes are unique to each person. Oh, he has a warn. Gas station. But yeah, so that's how it generally works. That's how the info section works. It should give you all the general account information that you need, any relevant information for when they were last here, how much playtime they have, if they're in the server, any relevant server information, and then if you want to see their actual punishment history, it'll show here, and then any staff notes that are relevant will go here. And if you click clear, boom, it's gone. That's pretty self-explanatory. Next up is the moderation tab. Now this is the fun tab because this is where we power trip and ban every single person from the game. So you get I don't know why it's bugging. Let's bring the UI. Okay, it's still bugging. Hello? Why is it doing that? Okay, well, it's not supposed to. That's better. I'll fix that someday, maybe. This game's gonna be dead in like a month anyways. I'm not gonna fix it. Let's be real here. But you get 150 characters to write a reason. You shouldn't need more than this. You really shouldn't. But, you write a reason. So let's say Chas. I hate Chas. Reason, he's British. Well, I guess he's going to see this, so you're British. So the player, when they get banned, will see the reason. And the additional info will be seen by the... that's a thing that only we can see. That only staff can see. And the only way to see that is either through webhooks or through the punishment history. So, I hate, you're British, and the additional info is I hate British people. Not really, but, I hate British people. So, there's 4 actions we have here. So, yeah, you get 300 characters of additional info, and 150 characters of regular info. If you somehow use all of that up, which there's really no reason you should, please do not write an essay to staff to people when you're going to ban them. But, if you do use all that up, then go to staff notes. You have 1,000 characters. Something I should actually mention, by the way, about the 1,000 characters is if I search up Chas again, Roblox is cool, and if this is multi-line, by the way, but there's a thing where basically, even though it's 1,000 characters, if I go past a certain limit, now you'll see that even though I keep typing more, you can't see it. There's nothing I can do about that. Roblox's automatic UI scaling is just literally the worst thing on this platform, and it doesn't work with canvas groups, or not canvas groups. It doesn't work with scrolling GUIs at all. So, yeah, there's not really a lot I can do about that. So sorry. But please, I guess your incentive is please don't write your college thesis inside of the staff note system. Oh, what the fuck happened here? You know what? Roblox is a cool platform, guys. Anyways, so warn will warn people, as you can expect. I would show it, but I have made it so that you'll see here if I try to warn myself, you can't. It doesn't let you. It's not possible. So, not possible, though. So, pretty much, though, what it will do, though, is it'll pop up on their screen when you warn them with the thing, and they'll have it basically, they'll have to click OK to make it go away. And it takes 3 seconds for the OK button to become clickable, so they'll be forced to look at the warning and ruminate in their shame for 3 seconds until they can click OK. Also, though, if you don't click OK, and let's say you got that warn and you're like, oh, it's so scary, and you Alt F4 immediately, when you join back, the warn will still be there, and in fact, it will never go away until you click OK. This also means, though, if you warn people who are offline, like let's say little Timmy breaks a rule, and we don't like that, but we don't find out until after he's already left and gone to bed because he has school the next day. So we can warn him while he's offline, and then when he joins the game, the warning will be queued up and he will see it. So you can warn people who are offline, and they will get the warning the next day, and it won't go away until they click OK. Now, next is kick. Kick is very self-explanatory. It kicks them from the game. Now, a fun fact about kick is you can do it from anywhere. Same thing goes with warn. You do not have to be in the same server as someone to warn or kick them. So you kick them, and you type in your reason, and it'll kick them, and they'll get kicked from the game. I don't need to explain more than that. Now, ban. Now, this is where stuff gets interesting. There's 2 variations, server and global. Now, moderators do not have access to global bans, because that would be potentially bad. But, so they get server at most. Now, what you can do is, the duration pretty much is just, you type in The increments are hours, days, or weeks. Shouldn't need more than that. So you type in, and you can find how much you should be doing in the punishment guide, which will be linked in the Discord eventually. But you can type like 1 hour, and it will say how long they're banned. So since I'm recording this at 3:53 in the morning, you will see that Chas will get unbanned in an hour. If I do 5 hours, boom. If I do 100 hours, it'll go there. Now I can pick larger denominations. If I do like a day, 7 days. If I do like 8 weeks. Now at a certain point, I don't remember what threshold it is. It's like half a year. Well, we're gonna do like 20 weeks. At a certain, okay, that's not enough. We're gonna do 80 weeks. At a certain point though, when it's I think like more than half a year's worth of days, it will just automatically default to permanent. And if you just type in anything that's invalid, it'll just default to permanent. This will show you the duration of how long you're banning someone though, so you don't goof it. If you server ban someone, they will just get kicked from the game. Now the thing with server ban is it does not work anywhere because it is tied to what server you are in. So pretty much though, just, whatever server you're in, you server ban them, they will be kicked. Anytime they try to rejoin, they will not be able to rejoin until after the server ban elapses. And yeah, so it's pretty self-explanatory. And there's no option to appeal these because why would you appeal a server ban? And now there is an unban with server is kind of the same thing. You cannot unban someone, server or global, if they're not banned, server or global. I figured I should mention. But now with global ban, it's the same sort of deal. It's you include a time increment, and when they get banned, instead of just getting kicked, they will get sent to the funny ban place where it's just a GUI that says "fuck you" and you've been banned. And then you can enable appealable or not, which basically just determines whether or not they have the option to appeal. And whether a player should be given the option to appeal is once again indicated in the punishment guide that I have yet to write. And unban, self-explanatory, works about the same. Broadcast should not concern anybody here because it doesn't even work, so don't worry about that. Man, I need to find out what happened with the UI here. But yeah, so that's the general overview of the player and moderation panels. Server will exist someday. Broadcast, probably never. Actually, honestly, never. None of these will exist. The game's gone in a month. But yeah, so now, second thing to mention. There's this. If I go to punishment logs, actually, let's do a demo. So Chas the Bomb, I am going to ban you for 1 week. No appeal. Fuck you. And we're going to ban him. And yeah, it'll give you a little confirmation prompt. Yes, I want to ban Chas. So all of the actions will webhook to the staff servers. Now, as you can see, Chas has been banned. This will hyperlink, so if I hover over this and click this, this will send me to my profile. This will send me to his profile. This is the ID attached to the action. This is more of an internal thing, but it's helpful to have. This will have the reason, the additional info, the duration, which also will conveniently tell you when and give you some exact information. And then it'll say 1 week, non-appealable. And you can see that same sort of thing for everything here. Oh, these don't work right. Now, another cool thing is, let's just say I spam. Let's say some words. I like Bendy and the Dark Arrival, and there's a minimum threshold I have to hit for this to start working, so I'm just going to spam until it lets me. Fish fingers and sandwiches. POS releases December 27th. What else? Merry Christmas. What other things I could say? Oh, Half-Life 3 at the Game Awards, despite the fact that the Game Awards was yesterday, and Claire Obscure won everything. Oh, speaking of which, Claire Expedition. That's not how you spell that. Expedition. That's not how you spell that. Claire Obscure. Cool. And what's one more thing I could say? Admin system. Boom. So, now, whenever, let's say the server closes, so, server's gone. Give it a second. Here we go. All chat logs will upload here. And basically now if I click on this, or it'll show basically the size when it started, and the iteration, server ID, where it was, and the place that it's attached to. If I click here though, boom, that's the chat log with everything in it. It's ordered from oldest at the bottom to newest at the top. And it will basically, like, I have the size included here because it's a maximum 6 megabytes of size. So I have no idea how this is going to work in game yet because we haven't tested this in a full live server, but hopefully it should be fine. When a server, one of these does fill, like whenever these do fill up, it should send it off and then start another one, in which that's when iteration 2 will finally get used for the first time in like ever. And basically, so it will send it off, and then it'll create a new one. It should include the time. It has the timestamps. These are in universal time, so you'll need to do a little conversion if you want to find these out relative to you. But it'll include all these. The link should be here, and you can just kind of go here when a server closes and do a little scanning. It should filter. I think it filters. I might just remove that soon, though, given what Roblox is doing with all the filters and chat stuff. So I'm not even sure how much this is going to work after all the changes go into effect, but I figured I'd talk about it now while it still does work. But yeah, so here's this. The chat log should upload here, and you will be able to go and view chat messages and scan them for any people trying to roleplay Diddy Island or like Epstein Party, and then all of the stuff will webhook here, all the individual actions, and you can view everything in game as well. So anyways, that is the end of the admin system tutorial. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Yeah, POS is releasing yesterday.